Hey Internet, what's going on? It's Cooking with Will, and today is episode Ramen. So today we're making ramen. Oh, I should have cut that out. Anyways, so today you can see I have a couple of different varieties of ramen here. The first two in the back there are the more expensive variety. They're like $1.38 a pack. The ones here in the front are like $1 a pack. Anyways, the main goal of this episode is to get you people to eat food that is cheap, takes only 10 minutes to cook, and costs you less than $10 to make. So for our first dish, we're going to be using ramen and cabbage and red radishes, and then green onions, as you can see here. And that's just going to be a quick, simple 10-minute dish. All you got to do is throw the cabbage in at the last second while it's cooking, and then throw the radishes on top and the green onions on top, and there you go. No big deal. It's not a big problem. It's not hard to do. The next dish after that we'll be cooking will be ramen in a peanut sauce that we make, which again takes 2 minutes, involves peanut butter, rice wine vinegar, and that's all. Well, and some honey and some other little things, but it's not a big problem. It's not a big deal. It's not going to break your bank, and it's not going to take up hours of time like the pulled pork did. This is quick, simple lunch meals, dinner meals, meals you can eat while you're studying. I'm just trying to get you guys to eat more regularly, not necessarily healthily, because I don't eat healthy. As some of you that follow me on Instagram know, I'm on that burger a day diet, trying to get myself a burger a day. So here we go. This is just, simple, easy stuff for you people, especially for you college kids that seem to not have any time whatsoever in life. You're either studying or in class, so this is what this is for. Just quick, 10 minutes. You can't go wrong with it. You can, if you don't like cabbage, throw spinach in there. That'll make it a little bit healthier. You don't like spinach, use bok choy, which is Chinese cabbage. It doesn't have a flavor. It just adds color to it. If you want to go super different, I might make it like an actual full ramen episode, which will be cool. Like, I'm talking hard-boiled eggs, I'm talking nori, I'm talking corn, maybe some chasu, which is slow roasted pork belly. But who knows? Maybe we won't do that. So what you're going to do here, I'm going to actually show you the prep that I do. It doesn't take long. I actually was slowing it down for this video, just so that you could actually see how it's done and what actually goes into it. Because I know a lot of you people out there don't actually cook. You are intimidated by cooking. I don't know why you're intimidated. It's the easiest thing you can do besides breathing. So go ahead and get your containers, and let's get into this. So the first thing we're cutting here is the green onions. If you don't feel confident using a knife, you can see I have a finger guard here. It's not because I don't feel confident, it's because I wanted to show you people that there are things out there that can make you more confident. I know a lot of people I work with still cut themselves, so don't feel bad that you cut yourself. It happens. So yeah, there's a finger guard. It's like $5 on Amazon. Can't go wrong with it. So make sure every good cook spills his stuff after he's finished prepping it. That's just a fact. So next we're going to thinly slice these radishes. Make sure you clean them off a little bit, just because they might have a little dirt on them. And only slice them as thinly as you're confident. Don't try and make them paper thin if you're not confident. Another thing, make sure your knife is sharp. Radish is more of a harder vegetable. Not that hard, but again, your knife could get stuck if it's not sharp, and you could slip and take your finger off. So again, be safe, be careful, don't hurt yourself. I don't need to see in the comments, I tried to make your ramen dish and then I sliced my thumb off. First off, I don't know how you did that. And secondly, I'm not taking the blame for it. So go ahead, thinly slice your radishes, get your green onions chopped, and then here's the cabbage. I really wish I had my cleaver. I don't. So unfortunately, I had to use a regular knife. So what you're going to do is just go ahead and shave the sides down, just like if you were shredding lettuce for a sandwich. So go ahead, cut that up. If you don't like cabbage, as I said, you can use spinach. You can use, I've seen people use romaine lettuce just because they like romaine lettuce, which is weird. You could use nori, which is just cabbage, not cabbage, sorry, seaweed. It's dried seaweed you just throw in there. So yeah, that's that. That's shave your lettuce, bang bang boom. Or sorry, your cabbage. And next we're gonna work on the sauce here. We've got rice wine vinegar, which is if you probably don't have it, you could substitute it with white vinegar or malt. No, you can't substitute with malt. Malt's disgusting. So you could substitute with white vinegar if you have it, apple cider vinegar if you have it. But for this dish, try and stay with the Asian influences and use rice wine. It's $5 a bottle. It's gonna last you a while, and we're using a tablespoon and a half here. As you can see, it will last you a while if you're doing it a tablespoon and a half at a time. You can make a big batch of this if you plan on eating. If you like it, make a big batch. It lasts a week in your fridge, maybe longer. Next, we're going to go ahead here and get 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Again, you can use low sodium soy sauce. I'm just using full strength soy sauce. You can use sweet soy sauce if you're looking for more of a sweeter meal. You can use, as I said, less sodium or just regular soy sauce. I don't care what brand you use, if it's Kikkoman's, if it's VH, just use whatever you can. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of that, and then we're going to add a little bit more sweetness to this. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of honey. You see here, I got this from Costco. Every person should have a Costco membership, because honestly, like, you don't think you're saving money, but like this jar of honey, it was like $13, and I know it's not the best quality honey, but it doesn't matter. I think it's 1.5 kilograms of honey that won't go bad, because honey doesn't go bad, and you can use it for everything, tea to sauces. Like, you'll see when I do the rib episode, I'm actually going to use this honey in the ribs, so stay tuned to that. Yeah, there's a rib episode coming soon. I don't even eat ribs, but I love cooking ribs, so we're going to do a rib episode. And the rib episode is actually going to use the leftover spice rub. Well, not the leftover. It's going to use some of the leftover spice rub that you made in the pulled pork episode. Even though I'm sure none of you have attempted to make that pulled pork, and I don't blame you, because that took forever, and I didn't even have enough time for it. I was rushing around trying to make it while doing other things that day. So that's what we're doing next. We're not doing ribs next. We're doing pizza next. I'm sorry. But yeah, so what you're going to do next is you're going to get your... So that was 2 tablespoons of honey there. I don't know if I mentioned that. We're doing a tablespoon and a half here of peanut butter. It's a fresh jar of peanut butter. When I was at the grocery store buying this peanut butter, there was a guy who bought an $8 jar of organic peanut butter that was cheaper. That was smaller than the jar I bought for $4. And this question goes out to anyone that buys organic food. Why? Like, unless you have a serious food sensitivity or some weird food allergy, why are you spending the money on a product that, yeah, it may be better in quality, but it doesn't matter. You're going to shit it out in the end. Excuse my language. When I see people buying organic food, unless they have food sensitivities and they're like gluten-friendly or they're vegan or some shit, even vegan people can just buy normal stuff. Stop thinking that you need to buy organic everything. And parents, stop feeding your kids organic shit. Feed them real shit. They need to get sick, or else you're going to have the measles and shit. So yeah, so next we're going to just go ahead and whisk this up. One ingredient I forgot in this, because I thought I had it, but I didn't, was garlic. So you're going to have to mince up some garlic and throw it in there if you want. I don't really care for garlic. I use it in everything, but I don't really care for it. I forgot to put it in here. But again, just go ahead and whisk this up until it's nice and smooth, until all the peanut butter's gone. No clumps, no lumps, no mumps, because you got your kids vaccinated. So yeah, go ahead, mix that up, and you'll be good to go. And that we're just going to put onto the noodles after we drain them out of their broth, but you'll see that obviously later. So yeah, whisk this up. Bing, bang, boom. That didn't take long. It took 2.5, 3 minutes to make. And yeah. Actually, I can check here. It actually took 4 minutes. Sorry. 4 minutes to make. So if you have 10 minutes to spare, you can actually make this while your noodles are cooking. So there's no excuse. You have no excuse not to make this food. Don't say, oh, I've got to study. I don't have time to eat. You should be eating because you're studying, and if you study without food in you, you're not going to remember any of it, and you're going to die. You're going to die of starvation. That's how quick it happens. So here's our ingredients. This is what we're going to use. 2 different meals right there. One with a peanut sauce, one with some vegetables. Can't go wrong with that. And here we go. First one we're making is the cabbage radish green onion dish. Go ahead and make your noodles according to the directions in the package. As you can see, I've used way too much water. But there's a reason for that. The spicy shin ramuyun, I don't remember what it's called. It's by Nim Song. But it is spicy, and I love spicy stuff, but it's not a good spicy. So that's why I kind of just, I use way more water than I should just because I don't like the flavor of the broth. That's hence the reason I add stuff to it. So go ahead, cook your noodles to whatever flavor profile you like. Just remember the last minute or two of cooking, you're going to want to add the cabbage to it so that the cabbage wilts a little bit but doesn't like completely become shit. So that's that. And then yeah, so there's, you see me adding the cabbage. All you want to do is mix it around, get the cabbage intermingled with the noodles, and then yeah, let it wilt a little bit and go forth. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a noodle spoon, pasta fork, whatever you want to call it, strain those noodles out, and then I just pour a little bit of broth on top. As I said, I don't really like the broth of this noodles, but I like the noodles. The noodles they have are a nice dense noodle. So go ahead, as you can see, woo, little fade. I should have put a star wipe there. Anyways, so you're gonna go ahead, throw your radishes on top. You don't have to be all fancy like this. Just throw some radishes on there. Throw some green onions on there. Don't be fancy. You're just eating ramen. I don't know why I'm being so pretentious. But yeah. So that's the first dish. That took 10 minutes, not even. You got 10 minutes to spare? Make yourself some ramen. This episode's for all the people that say they don't have time to eat. Because you do. You have time to eat. Be better to yourself. I know ramen's not good for you, but it gets something in your stomach so your body has something to digest that's not your own stomach. Here we are again. I've already cooked the noodles off. I'm straining them and then adding them back to the pot, and then boom. Put that sauce in there. You're good to go. Go ahead, toss those noodles up. The heat from the noodles and the heat from the pot will heat the sauce, so you're not having a cold sauce and a hot noodle. Again, you're just going to go ahead, put that in a bowl, garnish it. This one, actually, I would have much preferred to garnish it with some peanuts and sesame seeds, but I didn't have any peanuts or sesame seeds, so just take into account if you want to make this peanut one. It tastes a little bit better if you put some crushed peanuts on top. I just put radishes and green onions on top. Also, I want to say thanks to everyone that liked my Instagram photos when I was putting this up. You guys don't realize, but in a 5-hour span, I ate 3 full things of ramen, and it was delicious. I'm not gonna lie. And there's 3 different flavors in each and every single one of them, so I loved it. But man, was it was an adventure. Let's just say that. So moving on, this is the one that takes the most time. And by the most time, I mean it takes 10 minutes. I don't know if I've mentioned that enough. These only take 10 minutes. So you're going to get yourself a wok or a frying pan, a skillet, something you fry stuff in. Put some sesame seed oil in there. You don't got sesame seed oil, use whatever you have. Grapeseed oil. I should have cut that hand wipe out. Grapeseed oil, canola oil, vegetable oil, olive oil. I don't care what kind of oil you use. Just use oil, heat it up in a pan, beat a couple of eggs together, season them with salt and pepper. Get yourself 2 cups of frozen vegetables. I'm using the Bangkok mix from PC, which is, I think, broccoli, snow peas, carrots, mini corn, and mushrooms. It's one of my favorite mixes. My first favorite mix is actually any mix that has water chestnuts in it, because water chestnuts are the best. So you're going to get your noodles, not your noodles, get your noodles cooking, but also get your vegetables cooking. You're going to cook those from frozen. And then when they're finished cooking, add your eggs and stir fry the eggs into there. Another thing you do is get that pan screaming hot. Fucking get that shit ripping hot. Sorry for the language again. And then go ahead and just pour the egg along the screaming hot sides. And you can cut that into ribbons with your wooden spoon. And just add ribbons of egg into it, which is pretty fun. You don't have to do that. I'm just suggesting stuff. Next thing you're going to do is add your noodles to that. Add a little bit of the broth. Bing, bang, boom. That's your third dish of ramen. This is the episode. It's coming to an end now. I just want to say thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for commenting. The next episode, as I said, we're doing homemade pizza. So look forward to that. We're also going to be doing tacos soon. We're going to be doing homemade chicken fingers soon. And we're going to be doing ribs, as I said. We're doing ribs. I don't even like ribs, but we're doing ribs. So thank you all for watching. Thanks for coming out, and I'll see you in the next video. Well, these ramen dishes, I should say, were actually requested by somebody, so you know who you are. What is up with this bag? This is a weird bag. I don't like this. Come to YouTube and watch me struggle opening up a bag of radishes. Pull here. Pull what? There's nothing to pull. Oh, there's like a little perforated piece here. This is... What the fuck? Oh, there we go. That makes no sense. Go ahead. Do that. This is stupid. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.